9-2 in February. The Lakers are 45-13, 6 games ahead of Denver and the Clippers. How about Ja Morant? Let's talk about him tonight. Big game, James, 27-14. We did a big breakdown about how the Lakers have been able to do a nice job defensively. The last 2 times they played, Rob did the breakdown. It's pretty good. You got up there with your nice suit and everything. It's great. He played great tonight. Got to give him a lot of credit.
Yeah, I mean,
kid's fun to watch.
For the amount of games he's played, he's definitely my rookie of the year. I mean, Zion's going to get a lot of attention because of who he is. But this young man has proven to me that he's rookie of the year, Gita. He has no fear for a rookie, and plays with a lot of aggression and a lot of thunder.
Great athlete too.
Yeah, and he seems to understand the game right there. Yeah. Coming off a little pick and roll, surveying the situation. Right here's another situation where he kind of freezes the defense, shoots a little floater. He's just a phenomenal player and passer, and that's why I think he will get rookie of the year.
Yeah, you bring up a great point. His ability to navigate and hit different kinds of shots like the floater, but also he has incredible vision, Rob.
Yeah, he has great vision.
I mean, he's a star, right?
Yeah, he's a star. He's a true star in the making. For him to be able to snake through the defense and get through those trees, knowing that you got 3 incredible shot blockers on his team, but he doesn't care. He says, you might have got me one time, but those next 10 times I'm going to get you. And so he snakes through the defense, and when he sees that he's pulling the defense towards him, he finds other guys. And the thing about that is he's so unselfish. You think most rookies like this, I'm battling for rookie of the year. I'm going to put up some points. But no, he's a team player. He's making the people around him better. He is a true point guard.
Yeah, let's go inside the Laker locker room. AD is there with Mike Bresnan.
Okay. AD, you guys had 16 turnovers tonight, led to 22 Memphis points. Was that the key to the game, do you think?
Yep. That and offensive rebounds. We turned the ball over too much, and they capitalized, and we gave them, a ton of offensive rebounds. And not going to win any game, when we play like that.
What did you guys talk about in the locker room after the game?
Nothing. I mean, we just brought it in. I mean, we know, they're fighting for the A spot. Then, tomorrow we go into an arena where, another team is fighting for the same spot. So it's a precursor of what we're going to see tomorrow. And then we don't, fix, and change what we did tonight, then we'll have the same result tomorrow night.
Yeah, with your defensive reputation, do you feel like Ja Morant was trying to specifically challenge you, one with the long 3 and then also the dunk attempt?
I don't know. I mean, some people probably have to ask him, but I just try to do my job. He shot it pretty far. I don't think he's shooting a high percentage, but he made that one. Hats off to him. And then as far as the dunk, saw him coming down the lane, had the opportunity to take a charge, and I'm not sure. I think he probably would have tried anybody else right there. He's done that a couple times this year. So I just try to get my body in front of him and make him run me over.
We know you've been doing for the sore elbow. Did that affect you at all tonight? There's a period where you were getting stretched back here. I'm just wondering how that affected your play in any way at all.
No, the elbow's fine.
When you were back here in the fourth, were you working on the elbow or was it something else?
I was just getting stretched out. Been sitting for, the rotation is a little different, and just try to stay loose.
When they play with that much energy, how hard is it for you guys to, summon enough to match it or try to even overtake it? Is it?
Not at all. I mean, we try to take our pride on being the hardest playing team every night. Obviously, they're fighting for, a spot. I think they lost like 5 in a row, something like that. And coach came in before the game and said it's hard to, sweep the team, especially here at home. So they came out and, played with a sense of desperation and wanted it more than us tonight, and it showed.
You guys have won 18 straight on the road against Western Conference opponents. Was that something you guys had talked about or like a streak you guys valued internally?
No, didn't even know that. I had no idea.
Oh, sorry. Obviously, you got stretched out because of the change rotation, it sounds like. How much does sort of playing fewer minutes tonight affect your rhythm and how you're feeling the game?
I don't think it affected my rhythm. I think I got some good looks, making the right plays. I think my rhythm is fine. We're trying to get Keith, acclimated, and we thought it was, tonight was a good night to try to get him in there and then go our way though.
Is it helpful to have that New Orleans game, obviously an important game for you, tomorrow?
It's an important game for me. It's an important game for our team to get a win, especially coming off a loss like this.
Last two questions, please.
Are there any emotions about going back and playing there again, or
No.
you did it the first time and
It's over with.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel good about playing though tomorrow? Like, yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
A lot more to play for in the game. They're trying to make the playoffs, trying to hang for that 8th spot. And you said the key word from the beginning, the energy was there for Memphis, and the Lakers just couldn't match it. I mean, in the first half, Memphis had more points in the paint. They had, they shot the ball better, and they just couldn't find an answer for, the energy and for John Morant and what he was able to do tonight. It was just not enough energy.
I wasn't even worried about John Morant. I'm just looking at 20 and 20. Jonas, it's like
Valanciunas,
he had 20. It's like for someone who usually doesn't do these type of things, every so often he might do this against bigs that aren't bigs, but he did this against, AD, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. To have 20 points and 20 rebounds I would have never guessed that.
And listen, we're not here to tell you the sky is falling. Lakers had a 7-game lead going into this evening. And here's Valanciunas going for 22 and 20. But here's the deal. I want you guys, because you've been in these situations, Rob, you've actually talked about it a lot. Explain these type of nights, especially when you're a team, first place in the West, like I said, a 7-game lead. The nights where you just, it shows, right? Because you get out-rebounded. You're getting outplayed in the paint. Yeah. The hustle plays aren't going your way. There are those nights in the NBA. Obviously, fans don't want to ever hear it. It's not what we want. We have to do a show, though, so we got to break down this game.
Yeah, you think that the guys don't have heart on the other team because you just smacked them in the mouth when they came into your building, and sometimes you take things for granted. And I think they took this team for granted because they're missing 2 of their key players. They held Ja Morant in check last time, and when you do that, you kind of come in lackluster. You don't have that same energy because you think this is going to be a walk through the park, and you could just go out there and beat these guys. But every guy in this NBA has pride. Every guy in this NBA has heart. Yes, and they can play. And that's the thing you got to understand. If you go out and get beat on someone on the court and you're trying to make the playoffs, you got a lot to play for because these guys want to show these Lakers, hey, we can play with y'all just in case we meet you in the playoffs. Because I guarantee you the coach was in the locker room saying, yo, this is a first-round matchup. This is where we might play. Let's go out and show these guys what we can do. And we clearly see who was motivated to play.
And they were motivated. Listen, this team had lost 5 in a row. They had been slipping since the All-Star break big time, and everyone was starting to write them off as an 8 seed, James.